Good evening everyone, it's Mike here, with the next part in my Dark Souls 2 playthrough. Now in the last video you saw me take on the Dragon Rider and pretty much clear out Hades' Tower of Flame. God, I love this area but I wish it was bigger. And we leveled up a bit and we met the blacksmith, properly. Now we are back in Hades' Tower of Flame at the bonfire after the boss. And we are now I'm now going to show you how to get between Hades' Tower of Flame and the next area, which is the wonderful No Man's Wharf. And No Man's Wharf is just a cool as fuck level, it really is. In fact, to be fair, I've really been impressed with the level design in general of Dark Souls 2. I mean, I love Dark Souls 1, I love the way the world was kind of compact and twisted around itself and everything was interconnected, but I mean, Dark Souls 2 is something else. I mean, the scope is enormous. It's a huge, huge game. I mean, you go from tight corridors like this, and then to the likes of Hades' Tower of Flame, where it's so open and it's so wonderful. I mean, yeah, it's a short level, but does it need to be long when it's such quality? Now, these guys are the bane of my life in this area. I hate the two-handed sword guys, because they're just far too big, they're far too powerful, and in tight corridors like this, they're nigh on impossible to fight effectively. Especially when you're using a little hand axe like I am. So my tactic here is just to I do try and take him on. Yeah, you see, he stun locks us, he takes damage. It's a fight that I'm never going to win at my current level. To be fair, at the level I'm at the minute, quite a bit further on, I'm at the Lost Bastille right now. I could probably take these guys on a lot easier. I'm a lot stronger, I'm a lot more powerful. I've got the proper stats to use my fire sword. So yeah, I could probably deal with them a lot easier, but in tight areas like this, it's just, they're almost outmatched. So the prevailing tactic is to distract them and to get the fuck out of there. Also, bear in mind at this point, we've only got 3 Estus Flask. Now, it's different taking on the guys with a shield and a sword, because their reach and their strength isn't as much. They're much, much easier to manage. And the moveset they've got, you can just keep under the sword. And you can just... what, like this. They've only got 2 movesets, as that one was the one with the stab forward. So yeah, so they're much easier to manage. I'm still not doing a huge amount of damage, but it's 75 each hit. Maybe a little bit more in the second hit. No, less on the second hit. 75 to 75 would be 150. But you see, I had no problem with him. Whereas I can guarantee if it was a two-handed greatsword guy, I would have been dead. Now this isn't an area I've looked on the wiki for any help for, so this was all overly cautious. Take it slow, keep your shield up kind of shit. I thought there might be a hidden wall here. Isn't. Simply enough. It looked like the kind of area where a hidden wall would be put. But that's FromSoft fucking with you. So these guys, I mean, the tactic for them is... there, that's the other move that I have. The tactic for these guys is largely the same as the Sentinels in Anno 1 in the first game. They're slow, they're powerful, but as long as you keep wheeling behind them, they're easy to manage. The difference is these guys don't have the shield bash. I suppose those Sentinels have the great shields. Tower shield. Yes, I've got a tower shield. I can't remember where. I get it when I go into the Cathedral of Blue later. It's an awesome shield. So there isn't a boss fight in this video because most of the video is spent getting to No Man's Wharf, and then the rest of the video is spent dying in No Man's Wharf. So I'll come back to Hades' Tower of Flame and do a bit of farming. So this is the lift down. we get to do a bit more playing around in the dark. Just checking if there's any treasure about. Again, it's the kind of place where they might hide a treasure chest. I'd love to see one of the maps they use to design these levels. I think it'd be kind of interesting to see how everything... I mean, obviously you can see how everything connects when you actually play through it, but like... to see it in like 3D and be able to kind of move around like in AutoCAD or something like that, or whatever program they use to design things, I think it would just be so interesting to see. I remember seeing a making of video for... what was it? I think it might have been God of War 3. And it showed you how they put the levels together. It showed this kind of like 3D map that they can move around and zoom in and out of, and it just looked phenomenal. Now you notice this bit gets a bit trickier to deal with because you're in water, so it's not as fast. I can't really roll. So, but he can move at just about the same speed. It's huge. So, I mean, the tactic doesn't change, but you've just got to have your wits about you. I remember that you aren't as fast here. You just take it slow. Take it slow. Whack, whack, whack. 3 for it there. See the kind of damage he's taking off as he's defending with the shield. I need a bit of shield. I mean, I've got the tower shield, which has 100% damage reduction, but I'm just not strong enough to wield it. Have a bit of a poke around in here and see what we can find. I do find some quite useful. Also, have you noticed with the graphics in it, if you're in water, look at his clothes are wet. Bottom of his tunic's darker and a bit frayed. I love that. Oh, and these footprints. Oh, it's just such a simple little visual detail that they didn't put in the last game, but it's brilliant. I'm easily impressed, I think. I want to know what's behind that door. There must be something behind that door, otherwise there would have been a wall in there. Yes, there has to be something. Some cool treasure down here if you are playing a build anything like mine. Yeah, there are mimics in this game, so I'm just testing. The knight set. Playing as a knight, I was hoping I would have started with it, but hey ho. So we change into this bad boy, which is not only, I think it's the body armor is heavier, but the rest of it I think is a bit lighter. And I'll keep the falconer gloves on, and I'll go to the knight leggings. Would I take them off? 2 days ago, and I can't remember what I did. I'll take them off. I was trying to work out what to do with them. Yeah, so I'm at 51.3% item burden, or item load. But look badass. And I move so much faster. This is how I like my knight. I like him nimbly. I like him able to take a lot of damage, and I'll give out a lot more damage. Is that too much to ask? Because the knight set looks a lot cooler than that fucking tunic I was wearing before. So I'll probably be sticking with this on for quite a while now, unless I can find something that's super light and super spectacular. There's nothing in there, so this way leads us to a bonfire and a new NPC. As well as No Man's Wharf. Be forgiven for thinking you get attacked in here, but you don't. Because look at that bonfire! Ah! Rest, heal.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me. Things are better that way. You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask, but to you. I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed. You are an... I can see that... Don't hesitate.
Yeah, so that's the Lucatil of Mirror. I'm assuming she's a character that you can summon into fights at some point. Her off a safe zone, then inattention. Yeah, I get caught by this. But yeah, so I think he must be able to summon her for fights, but I've done the boss fight for No Man's Wharf. She wasn't available there, but she appears in the next area as well. In Boss Bastille. But I haven't got to the boss there because I keep fucking dying. This is a cool as fuck area. As you can see, I'm very suspicious. That's why. There's an archer with flaming arrows there. And I missed something quite critical. Oh, the soldier that was lying on the floor in wait. 315 damage to kill these guys. Flaming longsword back out. And then I cock it up massively. Yeah, look out for that bridge. See what that message said about inattention? Yeah, that was me being inattentive. So it's back to the bonfire for me. There's a few important things to remember about No Man's Wharf. It's the area with probably the highest concentration of different kinds of enemy. So your box standard hollows, you've got a couple of different variants of these kind of hollow Viking guys, or people just call them Devakins after Skyrim because they do look like the dude from Skyrim. You also have these like really fucked up long arm black monsters. I don't know what they're called, they are complete douchebags. And I'll say douchebags, I'm English as fuck, but I will say fucking douchebags with these guys because they're horrible. Because they inflict bleed on you. They do it so fucking quickly. Yeah, for the bridge. So the first place we want to go is into this building. And there's a couple of sleeping holes here. Sleeping holes. Just deal with these. Make your life easy. I was trying to parry him at this point. He got me. Critical hit. Oh, I love that animation. Stab in the back with my sharp blade. You give death a bad name. I'm sorry, yes, you can unsubscribe right now if that would make you feel better. Just on the spot parody fucking Bon Jovi. Be warned as well, wooden chests you can break, so if you're testing them for mimics, don't two-hand your weapon. These pots that these are thrown, they don't do any immediate damage to you, but you'll notice you get dirtier and dirtier. They're throwing gunpowder at you. Yes, gunpowder. Now, while it doesn't damage you immediately, you'll see in a minute if you get caught by one of the flaming archers, you explode. Yeah, that's one of the viking guys. So prepared night. So you can clean the gunpowder off you if you just there's a little shallow pool area just up ahead with an item. If you just roll around in there, it will clean it off. It'll be fine. I have tested that; it does work. Watch here. I think I got caught by an arrow. There you go. See? So he's hit you with flaming arrow after you're covered in gunpowder. You know, I'm now cleaning it. These guys are pretty strong shields. They're not immune to critical hits. I'm woefully bad to deal with them. I'm going to make it too much farther into this level of this one actually. To be fair, they're actually really good to fight because they do put up a decent fight. They're kind of aggressive, but they also do defend, as opposed to your bog standard hollow, which just lets you wail on it. So he just stands there and takes it. Takes it like a bitch. You see this pool just in front of us here, where the steps are. You can walk into there and that'll clean you up and get the gunpowder off you. You get a trio of enemies here. So easiest way to deal with these is just to split them up. Here. The Viking guys can also use Estus, so it's worthwhile if you wailed on them for a little bit, but they've got a little bit of health left and you need to back off. They can heal themselves, so you want to get back in there and stab you. Or if you've got a group of them, use Lloyd's Talisman. Stop them using their Estus. So these guys with the two swords are dicks. They will keep throwing those. However, they can't defend at all. But they will try and attack through your attacks. Look at that, I'm covered in it. And it took me a little while to realise what he was actually doing. Then we go in the water and get the item. See, I'm getting cleaner. I think you have to roll and submerge completely to do it. I'm cleaner than I was. Dark pine resin, not sure what that adds. Probably just adds dark magic to your weapon. Not enough of this axe to kill him. So got some of that gunpowder on my legs. Should eventually come off. So there's a group of them up there. We can go in here and split them up. This is the first place I decided to explore. Dual sword master right here. Now this guy, if you're clever, you can parry him and you can well, critical him. But they can turn pretty quickly, so I find it quite difficult to get the critical hits in on them. I just find it kind of hard to pull these guys out. That's what she said. You know what, just unsubscribe. I'm terrible, I'm awful, I'm a really bad person. So, a bit of feedback actually I'm asking for. For the first two bosses of the game, for the last giant and for the dragon rider, I did it kind of like I did it with like Sky Sports style titles and of the kind, and I just want to know what you think of that. I like it. I just like the idea because I'm trying to do videos where like they're under 20 minutes long. You just have the lead up and the boss fight, or just the boss fight. In fact, the video after this one will just be a boss fight, and the bit after it. And I'm wondering what you all think, so please do leave us a comment on it, because it's just something I'm trying. I'm going to put a separate playlist up just for the boss fights, because I know a lot of people just want to see them, because they're impressive. I'm also only putting up, or rather into their own videos, successful boss fights. So like in the case of the Dragon Rider, I died 5 times, but I only showed you the one where I won. Now this is interesting. This is a Pharos Lockstone. If you get that, if you get one of the Lockstones, you can buy one from the woman in, from the merchant in, what do you call it, in Forest of Fallen Giants. I think you can buy one from the blacksmith. You can, if you use that gadget, it'll turn the entire place into a huge torch and like brightly light it up. And the reason that you want to do that is those black bastards I was talking about before, the long arms, which you'll see in not the next video but the video after. They're afraid of fire, and they will run from fire. I've never seen an enemy do that in a Souls game before, and I think it's a brilliant idea and good use of all this fire stuff that they've been talking about. But so yeah, so if you engage that, it makes the level a lot easier. Now, I didn't realise that until after I finished the level. In fact, it was only when I came across the last 2 of those long-armed bastards then I realised they were afraid of fire. So read into that what you will, how much attention I pay. I'm more concerned about these viking ones right here. Oh, hey, they're good for some souls. Ooh, life gem, yeah. Scimitar. Dogs are so irritating. So at this point, my hand axe is at risk, and now this, like I said before, this is a feature I don't like. That you have to, that you can't repair your weapon at a blacksmith without it actually being broken. So switch out to the fire sword here, which seems to be doing a bit of damage, but it still wasn't at the point I would have been happy with it. And this is where I realised what the black powder does. Because what happens to kill me here? I'll try to do this door. Nothing happens there. I think there's... Was there a guy up here? No, there was nothing up here. I was a bit disappointed by that. Just pay attention to the fact that my legs are still black. I'm still covered in gunpowder. And there are archers firing fiery arrows at me. There we go. That's where I worked it out. Killed me. Okay, I gave up. I just went back to the bonfire. I don't know why I thought that I died there. But to be fair, my primary weapon was at risk. I wasn't having a good time of it. It was easier just to head home. But I didn't quite go home. No. Yes, there's still 12 minutes of this video to go, my friends. I did not go straight home. And by home I mean Majula. back to... Oh, we did go back to Majula. Okay, I ended back at Hades Tower of Flame. Priest Chime. Sacred Chime granted to high-ranking clerics catalysts for miracles and hexes. John Lake was the home of many clerics, but King Vendrick held a lukewarm opinion of their powers and kept them as attendants to ceremony. In this sense, Drang Lake was not the place for a cleric with any ambition. Elizabeth Mushroom. Where was there a mushroom called Elizabeth? Sorry, back to the bottom of it. So this is where I worked out that I couldn't
I'd given you
repair.
up for dead. Almost had me worried, really.
He's very Welsh. I love that all the character voices are kind of English or Scottish or Welsh or Irish, because the Emerald Herald, she's Irish. So I repaired that sword just because obviously I'll need a sword. I think if you reinforce a weapon, because I think I reinforced the hand axe here, that repairs it as well. So I'll buy some Titanite off this guy. I'll buy some arrows first. This guy's infinite arrows as well for 10 souls apiece. Iron arrows, I don't find that they make a difference. But maybe I'm not properly strong enough to use a bow anyway, so I guess I wouldn't. So I'd take 100 arrows off him. By a chunk of Titanite off. 2 chunks. I just like the fact it shows you how much you can afford as well. Because in that case it said I could afford 3. Right, okay, now pay attention to the stats here when I get to the Fire Longsword. Break my shield. There, look. Dex 9. That explains why I wasn't doing a lot of damage to it. With it, rather. So my strength was fine. The strength requirement was really low, 10. But the dex requirement is also it's really low, it's 9. But the knight starts with a dex of 8. So I'm going to my stats here. Dex 8. I only had to get 1 level up, to be fair. But as soon as I do that, oh man, I'm tearing arse with it. I've got some consumable souls here, so I use those first. I'll level up.
Bearer of the curse, seek
It
lest
just says this every fucking time. I have enough to get my dex up. Dex to 9. Boom, motherfucker. So I'm heading back to Hades Tower of Flame now, and you'll see exactly how well this tears up now. So of course I'm going straight back in where the I'm going straight in at the beginning because I'm heading to the Cathedral of Blue to investigate there. Now at this point I don't know what's up there. Obviously I know now because I've already recorded it, but I don't know what waits for me. So I'm curious because I want to be involved with the Blue Sentinels. I want to do kind of invasions to help people. I'm already in the way of the Blue Covenant, but I haven't been summoned to help anybody out who's been invaded. But I haven't been invaded yet either. So we're back at Hades Tower of Flame. Got me Fire Longsword out and I just watch the difference. absolutely have the right stats to do for you. 100. 3 hits, half his health gone. My god! I was like a savage before. So that's where I'm heading. So this guy again. Oh. Didn't find my own rules, didn't get around to the side of him. What did I get? Fucking sword to the face. I really want to go for the Tower of Flame if you get to later on. Being on the stairs against this guy's a bit tricky, so because he's got artificially long reach when you're below him, but it's harder to get around the side of him. What attribute am I low on for the bow? Crack blue eye orb. So these allow you to assist other players as a blue sentinel. I haven't used one yet. I plan to soon though. I'm a bit stuck on Lost Bastille, so I plan on coming back here to do a bit of leveling up. I'm probably going to assist some players as well. Oh, I haven't realised this. Oh, there we go. Oh, this guy's such a dick. I hate fighting any of them with a two-handed sword, because their reach is just terrifying. And they say the hitbox of the sword is really wide actually, so even like rolling close to it. Yeah, he caught me here. Safe. Now by now I appreciate you're probably very sick of watching me fight these sentinels, but there's only... Come on, we've got 2 and a bit minutes of this video left. You can do it. Stick with me. So I want to kill one of them. In fact, I don't even think I kill any of them actually. I think I just run straight past. Kill this guy. This guy's awesome. Oh, something whacks me in the fucking face. Ooh, he's down in a few seconds. See, now that I've got a weapon I can actually use that causes damage, these guys don't put up a lot of the fight. It's just the fucking two-handed greatsword ones. Ah. So now we come in to just fight this guy again. And he clips us a couple of times actually. For once this guy actually gives me a bit of grief. Maybe I was feeling a bit overconfident because of this kind of newfound power with the sword. I see I fuck up like that, and again. Don't get my shield up quick. So this is what adaptability is for, and you really need to actually pay attention to adaptability. Because adaptability not only affects stuff like your roll speed, it can affect your equipment burn, but that's more vitality, which actually I need to start putting some stats into as well. But it also affects, like, regardless of your stamina, how quickly you put your shield up. And it actually really can affect that. and it's I mean, I get up to about 15, 20. Yeah, so yeah, you get 15 about 15, 20 adaptability, and things just get easier. You know, he's faster to pick the shield, everything just seems to work better. Now if you notice at the end here, I'm sprinting through, I get caught, there we go, we get caught there. I think we get caught again, just as we're getting up the hill here, but I've got really low health, so chug one of my 2 remaining Estus flasks, and it still doesn't give me full health. Now, I want to get the Cathedral of the Blue here, so I just run past this guy, and this is the point where we leave the video for today. Seriously, pay attention, come back, the next one will be awesome.